Welcome to Take Break. What if a single misaddressed letter connected strangers across continents in a true story that still baffles us? Rain hammered Whitby's cobbled high street, turning the lane into a river of silver. The cold drops drummed on stone, echoing the town's restless rhythm. The Victorian post office rose from the street, its red brick darkened by a slate-gray sky. Inside, low ceilings swallowed the post horn's clatter, a rhythm in the rain. Emma, a 24-year-old teacher, stood in the line, clutching a handwritten letter to her late grandmother. She hoped a few stamps would seal a memory across the miles. She sat at the post office desk, pen in hand, writing a tribute to her late grandmother. This true story begins with a single, heartfelt letter. The envelope's postcode, Y0231AB, was blurred by rain, the ink smudging into an unreadable blot. Nobody realized the mistake at that moment. A clerk entered the address into the system, but typed a 0 instead of the Y. The error slipped into the routing code unnoticed. Later that Tuesday, the letter was sealed in a bag and dispatched from Whitby's post office. It began its months-long journey across oceans. The envelope boarded a yellow Royal Mail van, heading for the massive London sorting hub. Inside, machines whirred as it joined thousands of parcels. A typo flipped the postcode, rerouting the letter from London to Auckland instead of Whitby. The system stamped a New Zealand destination without anyone noticing. The misrouted parcel sat in a holding bay, untouched for weeks. No clerk flagged the odd address, and the letter kept waiting. A forklift lifted the envelope onto a cargo pallet, loading it into a freight plane. The aircraft taxied, climbing toward clouds with the misplaced letter aboard. The misaddressed envelope left England, soaring over the Atlantic's raging storms. Turbulent winds battered the cargo hold as the plane fought the night. After surviving the Atlantic, the plane entered the Pacific, where daylight began to wane. The sky turned amber as the aircraft crossed endless blue. The cargo finally touched down in New Zealand, and the parcel was routed to Greymouth's new post office. A clerk pulled the envelope from the stack, puzzled. Sunlight poured through the glass, illuminating towering beech trees that swayed gently in the breeze. Their golden leaves framed the bustling New Zealand post office. Tom pulled the fresh bundle from the sorter, his gloved hand parting the stack as the post office hummed with midday traffic. He unfolded the top letter, eyes locking on the name Emma and the familiar Whitby postcode, a flicker of curiosity crossing his face. The envelope listed 123 Seaside Road, Greymouth, but the street number rang empty, a mystery waiting in the ink. Tom checked the local directory, found no resident at that address, and filed the puzzling mail under undeliverable for further action. He slipped the misaddressed envelope onto his desk, eyes scanning the strange address. The clerk couldn't make sense of it. Unsure, he grabbed the office phone and dialed the supervisor's extension. The line crackled as he waited for a reply. The supervisor's voice came through, calm and brief. He instructed, "Send it back immediately. There's no any address to deliver." He flipped the envelope over, searching for a return address. The back was completely blank, offering no clue at all. Tom slipped a handwritten note onto the post office notice board, hoping someone would solve the mystery. The misaddressed envelope remained untouched. A local passerby paused, eyes drawn to the note on the board. She read the words, curiosity sparking inside her. The postcode sparked a memory. She'd seen Whitby featured in a coastal travel blog. The letters suddenly made sense for her. She typed a quick email to the address on the envelope, asking Emma about the strange misdelivery. The message flew across the world. Emma stared at the reply, her hands trembling with shock. She couldn't believe a stranger from New Zealand had written back so quickly. Emma typed a heartfelt reply, describing the letter as a tribute to her late grandmother. She poured every memory into the message. Across the world, Maya read Emma's story and offered to forward the original letter. She promised to send it by express mail. The Greymouth post office logged Maya's package and prepared it for international dispatch. A courier label was printed, and the letter left New Zealand. Weeks later, the envelope finally arrived at Emma's doorstep in Whitby. The misaddressed letter had traveled half the world to find her. Emma tore the envelope open, and tears immediately spilled down her cheeks. The words inside sparked a wave of memories she thought were buried. Inside lay Maya's apology, handwritten in blue ink, and a handful of photos of Greymouth's harbor. The images showed the place that had sent the letter. When Emma and Maya finally met, they burst out laughing at the absurd journey of a single envelope. The mistake turned strangers into lifelong friends. Every month, a new envelope slipped into the postbox, bridging Whitby and Greymouth. Their words traveled 8,000 miles, one stamp at a time. 8,000 miles stretched between them, yet each letter narrowed the gap. Their friendship grew stronger with every crossing envelope. After years of ink and stamps, they finally stepped onto the same deck. The cruise ship became their meeting point across the horizon. The day was 2015, the sky crystal clear, and the sea mirrored their excitement. That moment sealed a friendship born from a postal mistake. Emma stared at the gray sky, remembering the drizzle that had sent her letter away. Maya, miles across the world, felt the same cold wind. Within weeks, the story exploded online, shared thousands of times. Strangers worldwide read about the misaddressed letter and its unlikely friendship. BBC, The Guardian, and dozens of outlets ran the piece, dubbing it the letter bridge. The headline captured the world's imagination instantly. The odd mistake showed how a single smudge can spark lifelong friendship. Small errors can bridge oceans and bind strangers forever. A smudged postcode sparked a friendship across continents, bridging two strangers' lives. This true story proves chance can link worlds.